Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be doing another unboxing. This unboxing is going to be almost doubling my A380 collection. At the moment I have 4 A380s in my collection. I have 2 British Airways A380s, I have an Air France A380 and an Emirates A380. Those 3 airlines, British Airways, Air France and Emirates, have all served the A380 to Washington Dulles over the years, so those are the reasons I went for those A380s. But today we have an A380 that doesn't serve the DC area, and it only serves 2 airports in the world. As you can see in front of you, we have all 3 of the new JC Wings ANA A380s. There are 3 separate liveries. As you can see, we have the blue livery, the green livery and the orange livery all in a row here. Now I've put these in chronological order. ANA first got the blue one, then they got the green one, and then they got the orange one last. So I've got this in a nice chronological order here. And I really wanted to get these A380s regardless, but I was contacted quite a while ago by JC Wings about me reviewing some of these A380s. Now JC Wings, I do want to give a massive thank you to them, because probably about 5 or 6 months ago now, they sent me 2 of these. I believe they sent me the green one and the orange one to review, but I didn't want to just review 2 of them. I wanted to get all 3 of them, so I had to buy the 3rd one from the aircraft model store. Now of course it did have to go through the aircraft model store, so I've been waiting quite a long time for that 3rd A380 to arrive. No fault of the aircraft model store, of course, it just took quite a while for that 3rd one to arrive, but now we have all 3 of these and I can go through all of them. ANA, also known as All Nippon Airways, are Japan's largest airline. They were founded in 1952 and they fly many types of aircraft all over the world. They fly other large aircraft like the 777-300, the 777-200, the 787-8s, 9s and 10s. But a little while ago they placed orders for 3 Airbus A380s. Now A380s are large aircraft. They are of course the largest commercial aircraft currently in operation. And over the past couple years in particular, a lot of airlines have realized that the A380 isn't exactly the best financial decision. We've seen airlines like Air France retire their entire Airbus A380 fleet due to the pandemic and realizing that it just wasn't that economic to operate. The A380 was of course designed as a very high capacity, high demand aircraft that would operate routes between very large cities or very popular destinations. While ANA do operate some very high demand routes like Tokyo to London, Tokyo to New York and Tokyo to Sydney, there's one route in particular that they bought the A380 for, and that's Tokyo to Honolulu in Hawaii. For some reason, Japanese people love Hawaii, and out of the top 4 busiest international destinations from Honolulu, 3 of those destinations are in Japan. Honolulu to Tokyo Narita, which is the route that these 3 aircraft will be operating, served 1.6 million passengers in 2019. Honolulu to Osaka in Japan served 740,000 people in 2019. Then Honolulu to Seoul in South Korea served 480,000 people. And then in 4th, Honolulu to Tokyo Haneda served 450,000 people in 2019. It's safe to say that even with the global pandemic fresh off ANA's back, these A380s are still going to be worth it in years to come, serving that Tokyo to Honolulu route. While most of ANA's aircraft are painted into their classic ANA liveries, ANA decided to not paint these A380s into their basic ANA livery, and instead they went with 3 sea turtle designs. These are known as the Honu liveries, which means sea turtle in Hawaiian, and of course as you can see they do all resemble sea turtles of different colors. The colors also do have meaning, so the blue one here was delivered in 2019 and the blue is set to resemble Hawaii's blue skies. The green one here was also delivered in 2019 and the green is meant to represent Hawaiian's emerald green oceans. And then finally here we have the orange one, which resembles Hawaii's sunsets. ANA also were the last new customer of the A380. They weren't the last actual customer of the A380. The last A380 built went to Emirates, but of course Emirates have over 100 of those in operation. But ANA were the last new customer of the A380. Originally that was scheduled to be Virgin Atlantic. Virgin Atlantic did originally have orders for the A380, but those were cancelled quite a few years ago now. So of course ANA took their place as the last A380 customer. And with that being said, that is the history of these liveries. I think I'm just going to go ahead now and open these. So we're going to take them off to the side and we are going to open them in chronological order, starting with the blue one and finishing with the orange one. Starting off here, we have the blue one, which resembles Hawaii skies. As you can see, the box is a very typical JC Wings box. They're quite unique when compared to Gemini Jets and NG models in the sense that these boxes, they open like Apple boxes. If you've ever bought an iPhone or a MacBook, you'll know how those boxes open, and these are exactly the same. As you can see, we have the top bit which just slides off the bottom of the box. If I can just wriggle that out of there, and then you can see just smoothly the top comes off of there. And then inside here you can see we have the model. We have this kind of cardboard thing in here like that, and then we can take the cradle out of the box there. And then also, as you can see that each one of these comes with a little card here. Each one of these models comes with one of these cards. As you can see, there's the blue one, we've got ANA up there, we've got the image of the aircraft, ANA, Airbus A380, and the registration. Then on the back here, we've got some information, the manufacturer, length, wingspan, height, engine type, all of that kind of stuff. It's just a nice little bonus thing to have. It adds to that kind of limited edition feel of the model. But moving on to the action model here, as you can see, nothing really special about the cradle. It's just your everyday average model cradle here. And as we try and slide the top off of there, we then have the plastic over the model there. And then we have the first of 3 A380s. So yeah, there we go. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to move this one off to the side for now, and then we're going to get onto the green one. So here we go. This is the green A380 here. Exactly the same unboxing. You know, it opens like an Apple box, as you can see. We've then got this piece of cardboard on there. We've got the cradle with the model inside that's, wow, very easy to get off. And then I guess I'm going to open it like this now. But we've got the plastic on the top of the model there. And then we have the second, or the green A380 inside here. That one looks really, really cool. I love that green color. But I'm going to move this one off to the side. We will, of course, go through these in detail in a second. I'm just going to get the boxes out of the way with for now. As you can see, the card fell off. There's a little slot thing that these go into in here to kind of keep them in the middle of the box, but that fell off. We've got the green A380 card there. And then finally, moving on to the third and last A380, we have the orange A380 here. So taking the top off the box, just like all the others. And then finally here we have the third and last, the orange Airbus A380, as you can see. And then also, just like all the others, as you can see, this is how it's supposed to come. We've got the card in the middle of the box there that we can just pull out of there like that. And then we have all 3 of the A380 cards. So we've got the blue one, the green one, and the orange one. And there we go, we have all 3 ANA Airbus A380s in a row here. I will leave pinned in the comment section a question asking you guys which is your favorite color. For me, I think it's, the blue one's okay, but it's just, I think the green one and the orange one are a little bit more exciting. I think honestly, for me personally, I would have to say the green one is my favorite. I think that one looks the best. I really like that kind of turquoisey emerald green color. Looks really good. I think the blue one, while it does look cool, I think it's a little bit on the boring side. And then the orange, while of course that is probably the most standout-ish, I think I'm not really a fan of that orange color, so I do think for me personally, I prefer this green one in the middle here. The green one has come with a problem that I had with my Air France A380. As you can see, the winglet is bent in there. I'm gonna try and bend that out, but I'm worried that the paint will chip. I'm just gonna see how that goes after I finish this video, basically. I know, for example, my Air France A380, as I said, and as you guys know if you've seen my collection video, sadly my Air France A380 had that problem as well, and I haven't actually got a replacement for that despite getting it over 5 years ago. Although those are retired, I would just like to have a nice looking Air France A380 in my collection. But yeah, apart from that little deficiency there, these are amazing models. One thing that usually goes wrong with the A380s is they come with the nose slightly kind of lifted up like that. Just because of the weight of the A380 and everything, a lot of manufacturers have had issues with that. I know that that's happened to Phoenix and Gemini Jets in the past, so I'm glad to see that JC Wings have that kind of that forward nose gear firmly on the ground like that. I'm not going to go through all of these in detail. I'll just go through one, and as it's my favorite, I think I'm going to go through the green one in detail. Starting off at the front of the A380 now, as you can see, we've got, now this is the face of the sea turtle here. You can see we've got the eye there and the mouth of the sea turtle, but then we've got the cockpit windows of the A380. We've got the L1 door there, the L2 door, got the Star Alliance logo there, and then we've got, of course, Airbus A380, the titles down there. We've got the forward landing gear there with part of the registration on there as well. Then moving back here to the middle of the aircraft, as you can see, we've got those giant wings of the A380 there with the Rolls-Royce Trent engines on the side there. As well, of course, we have those winglets, the fence winglets there. Of course, this one is the damaged one, sadly. And then, of course, on the wing, one very unique thing to this A380, or the ANA A380s, is we have that classic Japanese dot that all Japanese aircraft have on the wing of the aircraft there. That's a really cool little detail there. And then, as you can see, we have the shell of the first turtle there, and then here at the back we have a second and also a third one at the back there, a third very small turtle at the back there, all in green, of course. And then at the rear of the aircraft here, as you can see, we have the Japanese flag. We have some of the rear doors. We have the ANA titles there with Inspiration of Japan, which is their slogan. We have the registration, and then of course we have this giant A380 tail with nothing much on it. It just says ANA, and apart from that ANA titles, it's just a white tail, but I think that's acceptable considering the rest of the aircraft looks absolutely beautiful. But yeah, overall, I do think that these liveries look amazing. I'm going to bring the other two A380s back in now, and then we're going to conclude this unboxing. And so yeah, just like that, it's been a pretty short unboxing compared to others, but there isn't a huge amount to go over when, of course, these aircraft are essentially the same three aircraft, just different colors. But that doesn't take away from how amazing these models are. A massive well done to JC Wings, and a thank you for sending me two of these. These are amazing models, and I cannot wait to add these into my collection as well. I'm really glad with these cards as well. I do have a small little place in my cabinet for kind of limited edition cards. I do have a couple other models that cards have come with, so those cards are going to join that kind of small model limited edition card collection that I've got going. But apart from that, that concludes this video. Let me know again in the comments which is your favorite color scheme, the blue, the green, or the orange. But yeah, apart from that, I want to thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.